Hi everyone, welcome to my iPhone XS screen repair video. For those of you guys that are watching me for the very first time, my name is Richard. I am the owner of San Diego Cell Phone Repair. I have had this store, this retail shop, for a little bit over 5 years now. So what this channel is about, it's about teaching you guys how to make money fixing phones the way how I make money fixing phones. With this video, with this iPhone XS, which I'm gonna show you guys right now how to fix, I am currently making $220 in profit repairing one phone. So, and it's this phone. How much do I charge? I charged $225. Out of that $225, $220 of that is profit. You're probably thinking, that doesn't make sense. What are you buying the screens for $5 and charging $225? No, everything will make sense at the second part of this video. So this video is going to be broken down into two parts. The first part of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to repair this phone. This phone is super easy to fix. The second part of this video is going to be the money part. I'm going to explain how everything is, how the profit is made. Trust me, it's going to make sense. Perfect sense. Okay, so before I start on all of the first and second part, I want to talk about a little bit about this channel. And why I'm talking about, or why I'm showing you guys the things that I'm showing you guys. So for instance, I had a friend that came into town and I started telling her about what I'm doing on YouTube. And the question that she asks is, well, aren't you concerned you're creating competition for yourself? I've had this thought of doing this channel for a year. That question is a huge question. And I told her, no, I'm not concerned. I am not concerned at all by creating competition. Why? I didn't start thinking about this until after the very first video that I created for this channel. Anybody outside of a 10-mile radius, I do not consider them my competition. In San Diego, even if I'm creating competition in San Diego to me, if they're outside of a 10-mile radius from me, I don't consider them competition. When I market this business on social or anywhere, I don't even market outside of 10 miles. Somebody, for instance, in San Diego, somebody that's in Chula Vista, they're more likely they're not gonna drive to Mission Valley to get their phones fixed. They're gonna do it somewhere down there. They're gonna go to Chula Vista, East Lake. They're gonna stay down in the South Bay. El Cajon, they're gonna stay in El Cajon. They're not gonna drive to Mission Valley to go get their phones fixed. If they're in Poway, people from Poway are not coming down here to come fix their phones. Does that make sense? So what is the big deal, or what's special about outside of the 10-mile radius, the rest of the world? Why not teach people outside the rest of the United States and other countries how to do what I'm doing, and teach them how they can make their own money doing this? Let's just get right into it. Okay, so here we go. Here is the iPhone XS, and the good thing about this phone has never been opened. It's actually brand new. And yes, today is January the 9th. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. And you can find in the description all this stuff. So if you guys need this stuff, it's in the description. Click the links. A regular cell phone screwdriver, a pentalobe screwdriver. This is a Y-tip screwdriver, a non-static plastic stick, they call it, and this, which is basically this, but I just tear this thing off, right? So it becomes a thin, flexy thing, right? And heat gun, an adjustable heat gun. If you're at home and you're watching this video because you just want to fix your phone, you're not interested about making money, I'm sure a blow dryer will do the same thing. But if you're gonna do this as a business, you have to get one of these. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna turn the phone off. Okay, so here we go. The first thing you have to do is take out these bottom two screws, and you're gonna do that with this screwdriver. It'll make sense. You guys just, you'll know what screwdrivers you have to use. It's 2 screws. Watch how I'm laying everything out. Second one, this phone is, you'll see how easy this phone is to fix. 2 long bottom screws. Now I need to take or open the screen. How do I do that? With this. Oh my God, it's not even plugged in. Okay, so I'm gonna get the heat gun, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow heat. I'm gonna blow heat around the edges, and which is gonna allow me for this screen to open. I'll show you guys, watch. I start at the bottom. Why am I blowing heat? Is because this screen is waterproof sealed. So I get my tool and I go in between the screen here. I go in between the screen just like that, and then I'll get something like this. I'll just get like a Target gift card or whatever you guys have at home. And then from that little opening, I'll stick this in there, and then I'll go on the sides. And remember, this phone has never been taken out apart. So just do that around here too as well. And just go around the sides. And then almost there. See, almost there. I'm just gonna blow a little heat on the top. Just like that. This thing is now open. Look, the inside. Okay, so the difference between the iPhone X and the XS is really, it looks really almost the same. The battery is actually one battery. On the iPhone 10, it looks like it's 2 batteries, one battery here and one battery here. But this one looks like it's one solid piece. Well, anyways, okay, so here we go. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that you're gonna take out. And this is with the tri-tip or the Y-tip screwdriver. And this phone, it looks almost exactly like the iPhone 10. Okay, so watch how I lay these out. All these screws that I'm taking out, they're different sizes. So there's what, 1, 2, 3. You see how that one's long? And then you got 2 more. Four, 5. Now check this out. They're all in a row, right? So this little shield right here that the screws were holding down, you're gonna put it to the side just like that. So you know which screw goes into which hole. You see that? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is unplug stuff. And the easiest, you can see there's so many plugs that are plugged in. Look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 things that are unplugged. So how do you know which one to unplug? It's easy. whatever's coming out of the screen. You see this? Look, 1, 2, 3. You just follow. You take whatever's here and you follow it down and you unplug that thing. But first, unplug the battery. Forgot about that, okay? So, boom. Unplugged. You see that? And then go to what you need to unplug, which is, you see how it's coming out here? Look. 1, 2, we're almost done. This one is right here. You can see it. 3. And then just like that, look. See that waterproof adhesive right here? You see that? See that sticky stuff right here between the... That's how you can tell that this phone has never been taken apart. This is the first time this phone has been taken apart. Guess what? We're almost halfway. Almost halfway there. Look. So what you see here is 3 screws. And this one looked like they try to hide it with a piece of tape, okay? So I can see it right there. Okay, so here we go. 1, and then top right, 2, and 3 right here. Look. You see how I lay them out? 1, 2, 3. So it's matching. So when you have to go put the screws back, they're matching. So then you take this part out, which is the ear speaker. Oh, blow heat on this side because these wires are stuck to the screen. So you're gonna get the heat gun and you're gonna blow on the outside. Don't blow on this side, you blow on this side. Look, hear that? So this makes it easier to take off because like I said before, the wires are stuck. So here I'm taking the little mic part off, and then you'll see this like kind of like rectangle thing. So it's not coming out easy, so I'm gonna blow more heat. Okay. There you go. Came out easy now. And then I'm just gonna get this and I'm gonna go underneath, look. Underneath. This thing comes out. It gently comes out and then there it is. Look. That's it. So the very last thing I'm gonna do is take out, there's one final thing. There's a plastic piece that's right here. This thing, you guys see that? So when you get a new screen, for instance, watch this. Okay, I'm gonna show this for an example. This is an iPhone 10 screen. This is a brand new iPhone 10 screen, okay? And this is the screen that we just took off. This is the 10s. So whenever you get a new part, it's gonna come like this, right? So it's not gonna come with this plastic piece right here. So you're gonna have to transfer this plastic piece onto the new screen. You guys get that? So the way this comes off easy is, of course, you blow heat right here. And no, for instance, you cannot mix and match foam parts. I'm just showing you guys this as an example. So, blow heat. And then I get this tool and I take off this plastic piece. This thing is coming off. There it is. Look. See this? There it is. Right there. Boom. That is the piece that you need to transfer onto your new screen. So we're already halfway. Did that look hard to do? It looks like anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Okay, so all you have to do is just go in reverse. So when you get your new iPhone XS screen, you're gonna get a new one, right? Remember, hold on to the cracked screen because you're gonna need that for the part 2 of the video. The money part, okay? So let's just pretend this one's cracked, right? And now you're getting your new screen, your new part, right? Here's your new screen. You're gonna get this piece and work in reverse. You're gonna put this back onto the new screen and line it up, and when you do this yourself, it'll make sense. It only fits one way. It has little notches. It has little notches right here. You see this? And it fits. It fits just like this, okay? And then we'll grab our earpiece right here. And then I basically start with this little rectangle piece right here. You see this? And then you'll know what I'm talking about. It'll make more sense once you do it. So, okay, so here we are. So we got everything back to how it is, and I put the 3 screws back. And you see how they're already lined up? You already know which one. Look, top left, top right, bottom right. So we'll start with this one. Top left. I have no idea if you guys can hear that music in the background. Once again, I am watching the movie Blow with Johnny Depp. That's my all-time favorite movie. Seriously, I watched this movie like, I'm not even joking, probably like 200 times. Okay. Top right. Bottom right. Bottom right. There we go. We're almost done. All we have to do now is just connect the connections back into the phone and we're done. Check it out. So I always start with the top one. I go there, I connect it. Boom, I can feel it. I heard it connect. Second one is this one. Boom, I felt that go in. Third one, boom, that one went in. You see how it quickly went in? And then the last thing is the battery. Always unplug the battery when you're fixing phones. And then the battery is always the last thing you plug back in. Don't fix phones while the battery's still plugged in. Okay, so then you get the shield and then you place it where it is, where it's supposed to go, and then you just put the screws back. That's it. And then we'll be done, look. And these things, it's easy, since it's already lined out, it's already aligned, you already know which screws go where. So look. One. Look, 2. And of course, these things are magnetic. Here's that long screw, goes right in the middle. If your screwdriver wasn't magnetic, this thing, it would be like freaking impossible to do without magnetic screwdrivers. How are you gonna get a little tiny piece of dust screw, right, to go in? Screwdriver, magnetic screwdriver makes it easy. Something I had to learn when I was teaching myself how to fix phones. Okay, there's the last screw. So if you guys see, how long did this repair really take? You can easily say this thing How long did this thing take? 10 minutes, if that? 15 minutes at the most, right? Okay. Look, the very last thing, the 2 bottom screws. I already turned the phone's turning back on. I need the other screwdriver. Where is it at? Here it is. Pentalobe screwdriver. So check this out, because we're about to go into the money part. When before I was my very last job that I ever had, as I explained this in several videos, including the video called My Story. My very last job, I was making $10.50 an hour. At that time, minimum wage was $8 an hour, I remember. But so working a full-time job, 8 hours a day, I made just slightly under $60 for the entire day. And compare that to $220. That's like 3.5 days of work. Think about this. Think about how much money you can make fixing one cell phone. That 3 hours. So think about this. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and partial of Thursday's workday, the entire pay period, I can make my entire work pay in 15 minutes. So here we go. This is done. Phone is finished. You can give it back to the customer. And here we go. Here's going to be part 2 of the video. And I hope you guys listen to how I'm making $220 in profit. Just exactly how you guys can make the same amount as money. Okay, let's do it. Hi, thank you guys for watching or staying into part 2 of this video. And as you guys can see, I'm dressed differently. I decided to redo this video because I was just way too tired last night. So, new day, new me, right? Okay, so, let's pretend this. Let's pretend a customer just came in to get their iPhone XS fixed, and they paid and they took off. What do they leave behind? Their old cracked screen. You keep this. And remember, this has to be a good working cracked screen. It has to work fine. So you now just got this screen for free. An iPhone XS screen. So you have 2 options what to do with the screen. You could either refurbish it to use on somebody else's phone, or you can sell it off to a refurbishing company, a cell phone repair refurbishing company that refurbishes screens. What I choose to do, I choose to sell it off, because for this, I'm receiving $130 and I'm just selling it. Remember, I got the screen for free. The customer doesn't want their cracked screen anymore, right? They just leave it behind. That's just like leaving behind $130 to me. So, okay, so this is how much these screens cost. There are 3 types of screens. This will all make sense really quick. There's an original brand new Apple screen, iPhone XS screen. Those screens cost $250 and up. Yes, very expensive. Then there's an OLED screen, which is the same material that's made with the original Apple screens. They just don't have the Apple logos on the wires like the original ones do. Then there's a 3rd type of screen. Okay, so for instance, the OLED screens I'm buying for $135. Then the 3rd type of screen is a cheaper aftermarket LCD screen. It's not an OLED screen, anything. It's just an LCD screen. Those screens cost $90. I recommend don't using those at all. That's the reason why these phones are so expensive. That's why they're all $1,000, because they're using OLED screens on their phones. That's why. Expensive screens on their phones. So where does that bring this up? After this screen is refurbished by a refurbishing company, it puts a fourth type of screen into the market. It's now a refurbished original screen. So this can be sold at a cheaper cost than the original Apple screen that comes on the phones, like brand new, right? So it's between an OLED screen and a OLED original brand new Apple screen. This, after it's refurbished, it's like in the middle. So the refurbishing companies will sell it out into the market for $225-ish, $225-ish right now. So it's worth it for them to give me $130. They'll refurbish it and they'll resell it back into the market for $225. So I'm making money and they're making money. Does that all make sense? But on your end, it's like you just got a free screen. Does that all make sense? Okay. So the reason why I sell these off instead of just having a company refurbishing it and then for me to reuse it is I'm getting the for sure money. I want the for sure money. Sometimes when you go refurbish something, it doesn't work right anymore. And then that thing is just a wash and you cannot use it anymore. You cannot sell it. They won't buy it from me anymore if something goes wrong. So let's say if I collect 5 of these cracked glass iPhone X screens, if I send them 5 of them, I'll for sure get $130 each instead of having one refurbished and one messes up. So I'm getting the for sure money. Okay, so how does the whole profit thing break down? So the OLED screen, how I told you guys, it cost me $135. So currently right now, I charge $225 to fix the iPhone XS screen. Minus the $135 for the part for the OLED screen, which gives me a $90 profit. I now am selling the screen that gets left behind from the phone that I just fixed, and I'm getting $130 for it. So the $90 profit I made for fixing the screen, plus the $130 that's for the screen that got left behind, that equals $220 of profit off of fixing that one phone. Does that all make sense? Okay, so that's gonna be this video. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, just write them in the comments below. I hope this helps you guys. I'm gonna keep putting more helpful videos out there. If you guys like my stuff, subscribe. You guys will start seeing all my stuff. So any questions, just you guys know how to contact me. Follow my Instagram, DM me, ask me questions, whatever you guys want. Comment below. I'll answer pretty much everything. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.